All right, so this league's matchup for our league matchup showcase is Crimson Order versus High Elves. I've just done some review to try to think about how I'm gonna play this since I am playing the Crimson Order. I think there were like 10 votes for Vexer to be High Elves and like 3 for Crimson Order. So we're taking Crimson Order. Like Sagrada says, the community has seen fit to grace you with your favorite faction. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, the biggest thing I'll struggle with Crimson Order is like where to put Crimson Order in the battlefield, because like in the Shadow Elves match that we did against Vexer last season, I was like, well, Crimson Order, surely you got to advance because you want to like use Daymar. And then Vexer ended up saying, no, just keep Daymar in your back like 2 rows against Shadow Elves, because just you never want Daymar to be damaged because his health is so valuable. You don't want any chip on him whatsoever. Um, so in a faction that can really easily get that on you, just don't advance. But I think High Elves is a faction that you can advance. You want those forward gates, so you can get your warriors just in there in the battlefield, because otherwise you're starting. People pointed out, I think Redacted pointed out in the Baggins pointed out in the Discord that your starting gates are so far apart in this matchup. Let's see, I think it'll display that even. So starting setup, yeah. So like your warrior can't even like occupy the enemy starting gate at the start. So that's a little bit rough. So yeah, Tara says try to get into, I think, third or fourth row with Daymar. I'm gonna try to get like a fourth row gate or something. So I think this is where we want Daymar to do the fighting, and then we can have warriors that will go from there. Okay, so that's a lot of let's talk of the strategy before we talk about the factions. Just a quick 30-second introduction to the faction. Daymar is really good at longevity. No movement tech, but really good dice. There's the mechanic where you heal after Daymar attacks, and a lot of things get lots of value by damaging Daymar within your own deck, like Call Forth gets a ton of value back. Warriors can attack for 4, that's insane, can easily be higher even with priests and Deathrite. Convert to get a bunch of cultists. You're going to have a lot of 2/2s out there. Probably going to try to use Doom cultists to damage the enemy summoner as well. High elves are do. I don't know. They can be effective pushing. Sometimes they're also with Valeria just being a good bruiser of a summoner with Sanctity. They're also pretty effective staying back with Arbiters of Peace, just standing behind things, and you have an Arbiter of War, Arbiters of Peace, and back, and then you just snipe them. Very effective that way. At a range, it's really hard to outvalue High Elves because of Arbiters of Peace. Because of that, they may be one of, if not the strongest ranged faction, just because of Arbiters of Peace alone. It's a hot take. There's like edge cases to debate. Maybe Skyscravians are like better than them at a ranged, if it's just a ranged battle. So we probably want to advance. And that's not to say High Elves are always best at a range. There's definitely like, I think there's lots of matchups where they will have better chances going up. But I don't know how to play the high elves. They all have auras. This is supposed to be a beginner thing. They all have auras. Everything around them has to do something bad, something good, something good. Yeah, and then the events also affect everything. But let's go ahead and get started. So we are playing Crimson Order, and I set it to 3-day. We'll be playing on an hour-long clock. Um, if either of our timers goes below an hour, you can finish out that turn, and then you concede. So sending a quick message, and we'll get started. Pro tip: can't take back online turns that involve devout cultist deaths. Yes. That shouldn't be as much of an issue for me as it should be for them. It's usually an issue for your opponent more than it is for you. Putting a lot of trust on this Cherez guy. Look, there's a lot of people saying other things. No one else really commented too much on my question about like where should Daymar be in the battlefield, but lots of like tips about the I think as Baggins said it, like the tactics of the matchup. There's just a lot of units. Um hitting each other. I think going force first is good. Okay, what do we need to play around? Because I'm not like super great at high elves, I don't have all of the things in my mind. I think oblige, we just don't want Daymar to ever be hit. Daymar being hit is bad. Oblige can surprise you. Unit just suddenly disappears. Liberty can surprise you. Units just suddenly attack a bunch. Yeah. Well, I mean, this seems like a pretty good start. We just throw a warrior at their face. Interesting. I wonder, do we discard here? I think we probably play a Devout Cultist and attack it. Do we discard warriors? Do we discard Blood Begotten? Who freaking knows? No idea. I think we don't discard any warriors this matchup, but I don't want to get out econned. Do I want to play Death Right? I don't think so. I could play Death Right on the Devout Cultist after. No, I don't think that's worth it. Okay, this is a little bit tough. I've seen lots of people put Daymar going up the other side. Honestly, it seems interesting. What's the easiest way they could punish me? They could punish me with that pretty easily. Um, it's just a attendant priest. Um, I do like this way we can threaten a forward gate a lot more easily. Like I do kind of like Daymar over there. I just don't like an attendant priest shooting him. We could put a devout cultist there, but like at that point, we could just summon a warrior in front of him, but also at that point. So let's go ahead and go over here. We can always change our tact. We don't need to maybe get in there right away. When we can always put a gate over there or something. I don't know. Not gonna death right. One hit. Not gonna death right. One hit the justice. Death right for just one attack doesn't seem like good value. I feel like I can get more out of that. But our hand is a little bit clogged, so maybe, and I'm not really sure how big hand clog is an issue. Oh, if we transfuse, that'd be so good. Damn. Maybe we'll get a 2 for 2 over there. Yep, okay. Glad we did that attack. Are we super greedy and we just hold all of this? That seems a little bit bad. Like, I kind of want to discard Death Right. Like, I kind of want to discard Death Right, because I'm just worried we're going to get outclassed. And without any cultists in hand, it's kind of dangerous. At that point, we maybe should have just used the Death Right on this cultist, though. And Death Right is so good, too. I just, like... I'm just really worried if we don't draw another cultist. Like, we're gonna have to use Call Forth on a cultist just to, like, protect Daymar or something. Drop the right. Yeah. I feel like we really could keep it. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it. The tough decision and maybe a mistake. Okay, because of that, we were able to draw a Devout Cultist. We did draw a Priest, but like we just weren't gonna be able to play 2 units. And I think I've come around to that. Like you probably want to play all the Warriors in this deck, but like you want to play everything in this deck without discarding anything. It seems like, but you're seldom given that liberty. I mean, well, I guess matchup to matchup, but if your opponent puts pressure on you, you can't just sit there with no magic in hand. Oh, and let me post about this real quick. Do to do do to do. Typing on the keyboard. I'm gonna tag videos, live streams with this because we're not doing a scuffle this week, so hell, might as well, might as well tag something. Now Vexer knows you had a tough discard decision. Vexer doesn't think about things like that. Silly Vexer thinking about things, nah. Yeah, this matchup is such a grind that like, I, I mean, there's no secret that the two times I've beaten Vexer have been in matchups that are just inherently very volatile and like they're very subject to just draws. um, so it seems like the longer a matchup goes, the more Vexer's just general optimizations here and there pay out. We Sanctity. And I'm bad at these factions, so that's why I'm pretty terrified right now, and I don't feel like I don't feel like I can hold a candle. So if this game goes at least close, I will be happy. But oh my goodness, this both of these factions, like, what do you do? I don't really know. Elves in particular, I feel like they just have a lot of tricks that I just won't play around. Like, and then like I'm just like afraid there's some liberty plus oblige that's gonna just like do half of Damar's health in a turn, and then I'm gonna be really sad. Arbiters of Peace coming in. Okay, that's nice because that gives me a shot. Push the priest to the side. I think we ping damage Valeria too and make Valeria kind of like not want to advance because of Doom cultists. I want that gate. Yeah, I really. I mean, Damar really couldn't have been there because there would have been the ping, but I really. Damar does seem nicer over here. Like, this area is just so clogged and just ripe to get done. I don't know. Vexer doing the thinky thinks. Okie doke. Oh no, it had one health. Wait, it didn't have one health? Oh, because it didn't do any damage to the piece. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, Vexer opting to just keep everything safe. So, okay, with this board state, I clearly could have kept the death, right? Clearly a wee bit of an L there. Um, Wish we had convert this turn or something. Oh. Ugh. It's a little bit hard to actually damage this justice. Um, use a priest to. If this justice lives, I don't care that much, do I? I think Daymar stays here. Man, I really want Daymar on this other side. God damn it. Do I? Like, this is fine. Like, I want to get, like, there or something. But I don't just want to let an arbiter just shoot at me. I think we're committed. I think, unfortunately, we are committed to being stuck over here. Ooh. Well, you know what I could do? This is a little bit of a hot take. Yeah, well, yeah. What if the warrior just doesn't blood begotten this turn? It's a little bit of an L, but like I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. If we don't get a kill this turn, it sucks magic wise, but yeah. Back to our hand. Yeah, we're literally chilling. Oh, and I could have just played that like in the phase. Well, that's fine. Um. Oh, Damer has an ability, so I can summon things at the end of the phase. Um, don't worry about the details here. Okay, does the warrior prioritize this kill just so we can get a magic? Or does Daemar attack the justice? Or does the warrior just attack the justice? I think maybe that's the play. Honestly, I think the warrior should have attacked the justice and we should have gone ham up that lane. I think we made a mistake. Okay. Well, we would have missed that anyway, so can't be too upset. Can't be too upset. All right, we're playing slow. I think the biggest thing that I struggle with Damer is I like to burn fast, go fast, and so now Vexer's like, oh, I'll just go to the other side since he moved. I like to burn fast, go fast, and Damer is better to go a bit slower. Hey Ben, you got this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Warrior being at 4 makes him play around transfuse. Uh-huh. Okay, so I'm really I do want to draw a gate though, but I mean we do have warriors attacking enemy units. So like in general that's good. I do think we will lose the value game eventually though if we're never actually killing arbiters of peace. How many we have one devout cultist, no doom cultists, and like pretty much the rest of our deck. We dropped one death right to get the hand flowing, which even that might have been a mistake, I'm not sure. But I do want a gate. I feel like just dropping a little bit to get gates and whatnot is probably worth it. Like that early gate will go a long way. I really want to move Daymar here and get a gate here. Maybe a gate here would have been better, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm feeling like I was feeling this side of the board. Interesting. Okay. Well, that screws us a little bit because can't get a warrior over there super easily, but yeah, it does kind of screw us, especially if they kill that warrior. Probably just send a warrior up this way. Bottom 3 cards, 3 gates. That ever happened to anyone? Because yeah, that's pretty rough. And is taking putt shots, getting value. I'm gonna ask Vexer what side he would advance with Damer. I mean, obviously it sort of depends on the game and your opponent's gates, but at this point, if that justice does come here, like okay, yeah, I do wish I had Damer here, so I could just attack with Damer. Yeah, a gate would be nice. You forced him over there. Like true. If I hadn't gone to the right side, then Vector wouldn't have done this, or would have played more to the right side. Though I mean, they're pretty effectively. I really hate the Arbiter. I think that the Arbiter of Peace play that Vexer did this like it's. I feel like it's pretty hard for me to respond to that actually. Okay, now we really want our gate. Oblige. Man, you can just get my warrior. Oblige is a very good event. Did anyone know this? That Oblige is a very good event? I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're aware. Man, just continuing to juggle Daymar, so I can't use him. I hate it. How about Daymar in the center? Yeah, I feel like I should have just picked a line and stuck with it. Because now, like, I don't want to actually. Now that if they didn't have this gate, I could have advanced. But now I don't want to because if I put a blocker here, they can attack. They can probably attack Daymar. Ah, gross. And I do want to just throw a warrior there just to try to kill the piece. I mean, I could not. I could flip flop again and be like, whatever. I guess we're going on this side now. That seems so silly. That seems very silly. But we could do it. We really could. Um, Problem is Daymar goes here, Warrior goes here. We don't actually really have a play to protect Daymar from this Justice. And I really wish I could. If I had like a Sacral Priest, maybe I would. Yeah, this just isn't a play though, right? Like that's just not a play. Daymar gets massacred way too easily if we do that. Guess Daymar has a bit more value than other games because it can just hit Justice while avoiding a tone. That's like Daymar himself avoids a tone. Yeah, and also just like killing it with high health units. Yeah, yeah. Do we want to convert anything? Okay, I think the warrior goes here. Devout goes here. The only question is Daymar's advance. Do we go one space up? Put a cultist there. Do we go here? Put a cultist there. Kind of locks us in on this side. I don't like that. And potentially like a war plus any unit plus liberty hits Daymar. I think this is it. Fuck it, maybe Daymar goes here. Well, no, it just seems that just seems bad. I mean, If I'm comfortable with this, this is safe enough. Eh. Daymar gets a little bit of a beating. Okay, let's take a little bit of a risk. I say fuck it. The most they could throw at me, like two range dice, 3 range dice. Fine, it's fine. Okay, we do need to get the 4-4 to this for this to actually kill. That's a little bit of an L. Let's play convert. All right, if we could get like high rolls this turn, that'd be so huge. We can like actually have magic. Please, 4 for 4. Yes. All right. Followed only by the 2 for 2. I do not think we bother. I mean, we could to make it harder for them to kill, but followed only by the 2 for 2. This, like, I would consider converting. Okay. Yeah, so we advanced to no benefit there, which is a bit of an L. Really hoping Daymar doesn't take more than like 1 or 2 damage to the face this turn, if that was where we went. But the warrior is going to take 2 attacks, and it is pretty easy for Valeria just to bully us, but... Alright, Vexer's going for it right away. Do we have the Sanctity? Coming in to shut down Daymar. Oh, that was why I wanted to occupy that gate. Yeah, I realized we didn't have a cultist in hand, though, so we couldn't have. I don't think we have successfully advanced with Daymar at all. At this point, I want Daymar back over there. That's only because of where they've put us. But now Daymar can shoot at that justice, so whatever. Success. We did it. We did a thing. Might not get any warrior value next turn, but who cares? I like it. I like it. I like it. Valeria meeting us in the field. That's 1 Arbiter of Peace destroyed. Arbiter of Peace was destroyed. We got 1. 1 of 5. Here, let's just like Arbiter of Peace count. 1 of 5. All right. We're in there. We're in there. Once we got all 5, game's over. Game is over. Oh, they have another gate. I hate it. Okay, and like we've drawn the same amount of cards here. And they already have 2 gates and we have none. But we gotta learn how to do it. Vexer plays 7. How did he do that? That is the critical skill difference for sure. Yeah, so at the very least, Daymar now has an enemy unit to attack. Which, granted, maybe we should have just stayed over here because, like, we could have just had enemy units attack that way. Laria has a forward gate. Interesting. Blocking her. That's so Vexer's taking the fight to me. Okay, I mean, I'm totally fine with this. Then I don't need to bother advancing with Daymar. We can just stay back. Like, this is fine. Like, now, this closes the gap. So my Arbiters of War, or my warriors can just, like, have a place to go. Didn't... Vexer didn't have a piece this turn. I'm sure they would have played it if they did. Oof. Oh, my goodness. I thought it lived. That would have been so freaking huge. Holy crap. You have no idea. Hmm. Okie doke. Well, I don't see a whole lot of plays here. One attack, two attack, three attack. Good enough. We drew the other convert, so maybe we want to start using this bad boy. Um, yeah, because we want to get that out of hand. Okay. I don't know about that gate, but I'm probably just thinking not thinking through enough. Well, no, it's a bold play for sure. Like that's a like this is like a like it's not the standard. It's not like what you would expect to do with Valeria. But like that Vexer saying in this particular game in this particular circumstance, I actually think this weird play might be better than putting the gate to the side. Something definitely to ask him about afterwards. But no, you are 100% correct to be skeptical of that gate. It is odd. Do I want this devout cultist to die? To atone? Probably, right? So they don't have targets. I mean, maybe the more beef I have on the board, the better, though. Like, do I want to infect that unit? I just don't. I just don't. Um, okay, well, let's do this attack first, then. 2 out of 2 would be pretty huge. Anyways, forget I said anything. You know. Do Daymar's attack. Better get some magic this turn, guys. Please, I would like to have 2 magic into next turn. Thank you. Thank you. Um, interesting. It attacks and destroys. Yep. Not gonna be able to take that back if it dies. So I just want to like think about it for a second. Um, okay. Unfortunate that we didn't get that cultist back to hand, because now we got to play this one over here for no reason, and we hold. Maybe if you had a Doom cultist to convert to, yeah. Though even then, I feel like they can just move out of it so easily that I'm not that worried about it. But okay, Daymar's in the battlefield. We're doing things. This is fine. Mm. Do 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 do. Segment dropping. Segment's not dropping. I'm gonna be real with you. You have managed to find a circumstance where segment is pretty definitely not gonna be dropping. Like you did it. This customer requires you to destroy a unit, right? Yeah. Yup, yup, yup. Hard discard and play it, as no one does. I've always been a fan of Sekhmet, um, as someone who doesn't play this faction. Um, but the way that it's seeming like is better to play this faction is of just kind of like sitting back and doing nothing all game. Yeah, Casamara is better for that. Burning hard hand to drop the Batman. Yeah, let's burn, convert, warrior. The first gate that we've been asking for all game. And a warrior, yeah. And call forth. All the play of the Batman. I mean, Batman pierces through auras. Wow. Got any more Arbiters of Justice? Got one more Arbiter of Justice. While we're at it, we haven't seen any wars yet. Gotta head out for a bit. Hoping to catch some of the chat. I have much to learn with this one. You and me both, Eden. This I'm looking forward to what Vexer has to say about this matchup. I mean, I'm feeling like I'm getting more comfortable as we're going on. Like the training wheels might be off at this point. Uh, we will see. I'm trying to minimize the amount of times that happened like last season where I came in saying one thing about the matchup and then Vexer said the opposite. I'm trying to like I'm trying to be clairvoyant here. I'm trying to read the matchups better. We shall see. Vexer burning through justices. I guess he drew them heavily. Yeah, no, it's definitely nice that he doesn't have a piece. If he continues to not have pieces, that's like awesome. We don't have cultists. That sucks. We might have to call forth for a cultist unit. Because we're bad. We can, I mean, where's the gate gonna drop at this point though? Like, since they've reinforced this area, ain't no way gate is dropping there. Like, there's, I think at this point the gate drops here, or honestly here. Here's probably better. This is even a, this is a play. This is a viable play as well, actually. No, because they have just occupied, but like, yeah, I think gate drops here. Even though that like that sometimes you don't want to do that, like to like cut off sniper lines with the summoner like Daymar, but in this situation I don't think we care. Bottom four cards, four arbiters apiece. Like I take the W's in any which way they come. If that's what it takes. C4 gate drop. Or is it D3? A, B, C, D. Neither of those make sense. Um, I think the numbers are this way and the letters are this way. So C4 would be here. No, C4 would be here. D3 would be here. Oh, what? So what do you mean? Do you mean that's D3? Shut up. Did you mean? I'm not sure what you meant. Tell me what spot you meant. Mirror his gate drop. Oh, I see, I see. I mean, yeah, okay, so you did mean seed 4. We just can't get there. This turn. Um, yeah, I mean, hypothetically, if I could get a gate there, I would consider it. We got the cultists back. Thank goodness. Finally got one. Easiest game. Is there a world? Okay. Hear me out. Are you hearing me out? Double convert. We're fucking asking for it. Okay, I'm sorry. This Arbiter of Peace. Okay, whatever. We're keeping it. We're keeping the stupid Arbiter of Peace thing. Attack, convert, attack, convert. If it misses, we forfeit on the spot. That's the critical part. And then at the end of turn, we play a unit here. This is good as long as that 4 for 4 hits. If we had a boomity boom, whatever it's called, the card that we discarded, then we could do this. Barring that, more magic for the bat. I really want to do this play. Okay, what if cultist, warrior, Daymar with the purpose of, okay, now Daymar needs to 3 for 3 this, which is a bit rough. And this is just a shit play. Like they're just gonna kill this and then attack me and destroy all of my unit. Like, I mean, if they kill this and attack me, though, like, this is a pretty cool advance. Okay, here's another play. Warrior, gate, priest, Daymar. I don't actually know if we want the priest to be behind Daymar. I feel like this play gets eaten up alive. Not only does this gate not give us any summoning spots next turn, but Daymar is now blocked on both sides from moving. Okay, so the gate over there is bad. But we could still do warrior to here, and then we probably get that infect. The worst case scenario, the worst case scenario is like Arbiter of War, any ranged unit, 6 dice on Daymar. Okay. Wait, no, but we simply account for this. We simply, just by just doing the warrior here and the cultist here. I think this play is like a play. I've heard you don't want to put priest behind Daymar like ever. That's like actually a trap. Okay, well we actually wouldn't be able to. So we're relying on a 3 for 3 this turn. Okay, what's the other play? Daymar just attacks the justice and we just put a warrior here and we just like continue to trade. We are putting a heck of a lot of value on the board with little to gain, or a heck of a lot of units on the board this turn with not that much to gain. We're putting 4 units on the board, and they're all just going to get chomped. Why did I think I could summon out of this space twice? Can someone talk to me? Why am I going insane? This play, okay. Without that, this play is not doable. We still could put the warrior here, but we need to 4 for 4 that. I mean, we could warrior here, summon devout, Daymar attacks. Okay, we could. Okay, no, this is doable. Daymar here, priest here, warrior there. Kill this. Daymar 3 for 3s. Infect. Infect. And I don't know, just like drop a unit there as well. Fuck it. Fuck it, we do it. Fuck it, we do it. That's where we are at right now. Daymar misses this 3-on-3, we can see. This is a bad play. This is a bad play. Our gate goes here. Very powerful. Honestly, at this point, call me fucking insane, but like, do we do it? Do we dare at this point? Do we dare? Darest I do it? Do we dare do the clever, cheeky? I mean, they occupy it, but we still have a unit there. We convert to get back. I don't think we dare. I don't think we dare. They occupy it though, and they're punished because they occupy it, and then we just Daemar continues to attack it. Let's put some spice. We're already putting enough spice in this game. Like the fucking why can't I think of the name of the spicy thing I always put in food? God damn it! I'm like I have a bit here, and then I don't. The cayenne pepper. Anyway, okay, no, too much spice. Too much spice. Okay, and we do have like units to convert. Okay, cool. Valeria is just gonna push this warrior and fucking kill me. This is such a bad play. She's just gonna push it out of the way, and then I am like dead. I take so much damage to Law of Liberty in particular. In particular. And I'm relying on a 3 for 3. This is just bad. I'm throwing the game right now. Bad play seems bad. Paul Atreides would be disappointed. Why 3 for 3? It's a 3 on 2. You're right. But like it still misses 25% of the time. 20% of the time? I think 25% of the time we're getting boned in the face with this Arbiter of Justice. This play is so bad. I'm sorry. This play is so bad. Like it's a spicy, but like we're not that behind that we need to throw that hard right now. I'm sorry. I can't do it. This just seems so abysmal. I do not have the spice within me to do that play right now. It's like I tried so hard to justify it, but just the more tools that I think of that are in the deck, the more I'm just like, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Okay, 4 for 4 right here. Right fucking here. Damn it. It's worse because they teased us with it. Both chilling with that low magic game plan. This warrior doesn't die. Transfuse is great on it. At this point, we could call forth the war. I'm personally fine call forthing a warrior and something else. I know I've heard I heard Baggins say always call forth 2 warriors this matchup. We're a bit tight on magic right now though, so wouldn't hate it. Though we did draw the cultist. Definitely his next turn could be a call forth turn though. No way. No way you put an Arbiter of War there. What are you playing at, Vexer? No way you put an Arbiter of War there. You got the Liberty? Like, what is this play? I feel like it feels like you're struggling with magic. We're fine. We're gonna discard this gate. No, what are you playing at, Vexer? What is that? What is that Arbiter of War? Why is it there? He's fucking with me. He's gonna like sit this here for clock's gonna go down 5 minutes with no other move, and then he's gonna take it back. He's fucking with me. He wants me to see that he is an Arbiter of War. He wants to bait me. Why did you? Does he have no other units in hand? Does his hand suck? Because this is an L. This is a fat one. This must be a sanctity. No way this isn't a sanctity. All right, here's the move. No, here's the actual move. Vexer forgets to play sanctity. I think that is our best chance of winning this game. How many did he discard last turn? Good question. One. No, he didn't. Well, he didn't. He played one. He held 4. He held 4 cards. Oh, this game is going to the time. We also should maybe be taking our turns. I feel like the early turns are the most important though, so I'm kind of fun. Like I want to set the game up well, and then if I have to take faster turns later, because I don't want to. If I do the early turns fast, I'm just gonna lose, and then it doesn't matter how much time I have because I'm dead. Yeah, that play was entirely to fuck with me. Just to be like, do I have sanctity? I don't know. Doing it again. Stop. Stop this madness. I'm glad Daymar is getting to like exist though. This seems good and not bad. Yeah, I forget what they're like. What the tech is with priests. Like, do you put priests to the side? Do you not put them behind so Daymar can't retreat? Like, what is? Because priests are pretty like priests on Daymar are kind of hard. Is the idea you only want a priest if it's also attacking or something? Okay, Daymar, have to get in there. It's time to shine. They got the sanctity down. We're definitely going to be converting that Arbiter of War into a Doom with the warrior that we're going to call forth. The common killer approaches. That's true. Like, do we want to just like be like, whatever. Whatchama evers. How many dooms do we have? Only one. Damn. Damn diddy damn. I could just do a. I could not call forth right now, is what I'm considering. But that seems bad. I mean, the problem is I need something to go in front of Daymar. Do I need something to go in front of Daymar? Do I actually need something to go in front of Daymar? Like, Law of Liberty does 2 damage to me. What if I just devout cultist? Devout cultist. Okay, is this the turn where we drop a gate over here to slow down Valeria? Ooh, that's an interesting play. Like, it invites Valeria, but like it forces Valeria to kind of just like come in alone and without any protection on this side. I like that play a lot. I like that play a lot. Okay, I'm convinced. What are our other attacks? This can attack Valeria. We're still gonna try to avoid playing a warrior right now? Sure. Um yeah, and I don't think we need to worry about doing faithful servants. I think we're fine without it. This is a very interesting game that we are playing right now. Not sure what's happening. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna use the other charge of convert. I like it. Yeah, I'm sold. Seems good. And I like not because now we get to save magic as well. We get to yeah, because otherwise we play the warrior and it dies, and like now we're kind of out of magic. Doom cultist, and we chip. Let the chipping begin. And maybe we just got baited into Vexer wants a single funnel, but I don't know. A single funnel is fine for us because we have warriors. I like it. Ooh, Vesnabrana. Is Vesnabrana good in this matchup? Am I missing it? I thought there was chip, but there's not. Vesnabrana is there's no way to get chip on Vesnabrana in this matchup, right? You have to she has to just do 3 attacks. Am I wrong? No, Liberty. Liberty exists. Okay. The Vesnabrana is not just free value. All right, the call forth is pro with a hand like this. This hand would be shit, except call forth is good. Discarding Vesna. You think we discard Vesna? We might. I mean, it might not be worth it in this matchup. Interesting, you calling for me to discard it. Hergrada, do you just like high cost champs? Like discard the low ones and play everything else. The problem is if we discard Vesna, what are we spending magic on anymore? Like, kind of only like 2 more Like if we discard Vesna, I kind of want to use both call forth on only warriors. Keep it. Is Vesna bad because of Liberty though? Do we? Here's the question: if we're not playing Vesna next turn, do we hold it? That is the tricky one. Yeah, I like just denying them a good sanctity turn though. That feels good. And this is like, and I like you, especially like Devout Cultist being here because that forces them to put a unit here, and then we can respond to it with a warrior. I feel like we've put our foot in the soil on this game. This game still feels like it's barely even started. We're not halfway through either of our decks. I mean, we are, but Robert says he almost never plays Liberty, and Liberty Warrior is 8 dice. That's true. So we don't have any movement tech, so it seems pretty easy. Like Liberty Warrior is never gonna hit you as long as you don't start your turn adjacent to it. It's literally never gonna hit you as long as you never start your turn adjacent to it. Liberty seems very like a faction with no movement tech seems like the definition of exploitable by Liberty. I'm surprised Prophet says he never plays Liberty. I guess it's just a surprise card. I guess what the opponent can do for it is often very scary. This seems like a matchup where you totally would play Liberty, but I shall take it into advisement. The Justice is asking to get warriored. I like it. Yeah, that's it. Most matchups the opponent can really make work out of it, but maybe here it's good. Yeah, I mean, as long as you position yourself well, it seems very easy to use it in this matchup. It just so happens that the meta we find ourselves in, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of factions that can do crazy movement things that make you hate yourself. This is not a game I'm used to. We each got 30 minutes on the clock. Let's see what's all right. So this is 33, 32. Let's see what happens when I hit refresh. 32, 33. Yeah, it always says you have slightly less time than you have if you've like had the game open in a tab for a while. Let's see what other stuff people said in the Discord. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying tough one for Crimson Order. Baggins is coming out in favor of High Elves. Um, oh, wait, wait. Oh no, 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 no. No, but Baggins saying the opposite, that it's favored for high elves because it's easy, so easy for them to camp. But apparently the data is currently saying the opposite. Um, sounds about a Fuzzy says sounds about on par for this matchup. Daymar has to advance. Valeria would rather own the midfield. What is Vexer doing? Valeria would rather own the midfield than Turtle, but has options. Then Crimson Order might have the econ edge, but is vulnerable to late game assassination due to blockers being trivial to pull out of the way. Jack says High Elves don't win econ against Crimson Order. They have nothing that trades with Royal Warriors. Marmot responds Law of Liberty and staying out of the way. Sanctity to take out Royal Warriors. The bare hands. Yeah, so lots of discussion. Yeah, oh, Purse Warden is the one that said this matchup is more about tactics and strategy. He is going to be the tools which Crimson Order has in hand to advance safely and efficiently until they can use the warriors and recurring countlets to cultists to outmuscle high elves. The record, I do still think this matchup favors high elves since they have so many more options to dictate, so to speak, how the game unfolds. Let's see. High elves doesn't have to play aggressive, but I'm sure that Crimson Order can advance fast enough that they do. I don't think DM are super worried about this. If Hiles wants to impede him as single units, he's happy to feed them on his way forward. Yeah, so lots of thoughts. Okay, what's happening in this game? um, yes, just being annoying. I love it. I think this is fine with me. I don't really understand what we do now. Do we try to break both of these gates? I think that's a bait. What is your plan, Vexer? This is a stupid play. This is a stupid play and you're a stupid person. What you playing at, my dude? I mean, we could death right to like break this main gate, but why? I'll tell him you said that. Do it. You won't. All right. Do we hold Vesna? Allies told us to hold Vesna. If we don't hold Vesna, we can play everything else. But I do kind of want to like call forth some stuff. Thing is, I'm not playing. I'm not playing Vesna this turn. And I wouldn't mind having some like actual cultists. I don't want Valeria to be able to attack this gate and then oblige something in to attack Daymar if I just put Daymar there, but that's fine. I really don't know if I'm a fan of Vesna right now. I mean, I know it's pretty easy to keep Vesna out of the way for Liberty, but we really hold Vesna even though we don't want to play it. Okay, anyway, I don't know what Vexer is playing at. Like whatever, my dude. I guess break that gate. Break break the Brack that gat. Let's do here then. Eh, eh. Second oblige was just used. Was it actually? Both obliges are gone. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go. What is Vector plan? Okay, what is his plan right now? Just to like, I think his plan is to stall. He thinks he's doing fine stalling. And if I break the gate, that's bad for me as well. That's fine. I'm happy to just fight down this single line with you forever. Question is, does Daymar occupy this gate spot? I think I don't know. For some reason this looks better to me. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Don't ask me silly questions. I think I want to damage this gate as much as possible. The question really is, do we discard best? I just had a heart attack being like, wait, it's not their gate. We want to threaten killing it next turn. I really want to discard best though. Allies, you really want me to keep it? I know we have transfuse. It could be good. No, it's fine. I mean, if we keep it, even if they liberty it, we also have transfuse in hand. So I'm a little bit persuaded. Let's hold it another turn. We have convert, or we have. Oh, do we play convert? Oh, we play convert, so we cycle our hand anyway. Lol. Um, it would have been funny if I animated. I just thought in late game scenarios, probably a good defensive tool. I actually think I'm fine holding it for one more turn. Because this game is at such a stalemate right now. I feel like they're like trying to like build magic or something in the stall. It's fine. Doom Cult is good. What's left in our deck? They still have a lot of Arbiters of Peace in their old hand. Did they discard last turn? Nope. They are stalling as well. Cool. What I say to that is cool. Still got some warriors, still got some Doom Cultists, still got some priests. I like it. A null. Fascinating. I see. Okay, so that's why this gate setup. I didn't think about that. That's why they think this gate setup is favorable for them. Because of stupid crap like that. Cool. It's pretty mean. Blanking my abilities. Not a fan. Would have been a great 1 for 3. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot for Vesna. Like, Vesna to there. After we break the gate. That's pretty well. I'm loving Albus more and more. It's such a good support card. Albus does seem good. Can you stop with your shit? Oh my goodness. Can you, and I quote, stop with your bullshit for just a second? Wow. This is yeah, I did not expect those moves. That was very cool. Um we could still Doom Cultist 2 for 2 this gate. I think he tries to slow you down by making you waste movement. No idea what's the game plan, but still. No, like no, well what's working here is he just got value. He just killed two of well, he didn't kill. Okay, but like he killed a unit without exposing any of his own. So like it's that's a game plan. That's what we call a game plan. um, that is what we over here deem a game plan. Um, It's Vesna time. I'm gonna try to get dice on Valeria. Ooh, okay. No, the problem is what do we death right? I was gonna death right the Doom cultist if it 2 for 2s that. Hmm. I mean, mayhaps, mayhaps we just break this gate and don't care about the consequences. Because we can't really let that gate exist. If this misses, then Daemar just fires on the Justice. If this hits, then bad things ensue. How about Daemar all the way over here? Because screw it. They could do Liberty, hit Daemar for 3. Daemar being at full makes me pretty apt to be greedy. We could just go here though. Like we don't need to. We don't need to take any unnecessary risks here. We're literally just at that point though, we're just death writing for like nothing. Oh my goodness. I mean we could call forth for a cultist, but like we might have to at this point. I mean, we're death writing for damage on Valeria, which is worth it. Um what about this? What about Daemar breaks this gate? I honestly think breaking this gate is like good. Okay, if this misses, do we still deathright? No. At that point, we don't. If this misses, at that point, we do not deathright. And we just do some boring attacks. Okay. This is a bit of a power play, and we're running out of time. So if it hits, we have 3 attacks. If it misses, we also have 3 attacks. Hit, 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 hit. Hit, 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 hit. Hit, 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 hit. Yes. Hell yeah. 4 to the face. Get Vexered. 4 to the face. Oh, we take it. We take it. We take 3. We take 3. Get this. Get this out of here. Get this crap. Don't want it. Don't need it. Get a Doom Cultist in there. No way are we discarding either of these. We good. Valeria has now taken damage. We like to see it. This has been such like a like such a boring game. Like we've just been sitting here like trading with you. Like there's been no surprises yet this game. Like there's been nothing where I mean besides Vexer like turtling for a turn, which like worked. I didn't expect that it would work so well for him, but it totally did. Um we shall see. I mean that's the first there's been little surprises. So we got some surprise burst on Valeria. That's good. See how that goes for us. Are you trying to one-shot Vesna? No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can one-shot Vesna. I'm really hoping we get if they find a way to one-shot Vesna, we cry. Okay, no, that's it. You could one-shot Vesna with that. And Liberty. No Liberty, no Liberty. Okay, but probably not with that play. Okay, we're good. Vesna lives, that will be good. Maybe they're not even going to damage Vesna, though. I mean, that's fine. Vesna is a 3 attacker. Arbiter of Peace comes down. Summoned Arbiter of Peace. That's our first one. Arbiter of Peace count. Well, this. Oh, we cleared the board. Okay. Well, we're still at 1 out of 5 as far as killed. We've now summoned 2. Oh, it's gonna be a long game, and there's no chance he's discarded. Let's see discards real quick. Player 1 discarded. I've discarded 2 cards. Player 2 discarded. Vexer's discarded 3 cards. So we both have a pretty similar read of this matchup, or we're responding to each other, but we both have a pretty similar. Let's just not discard anything and play our entire decks forever. Cool. Vexer had a bit more magic than me that last turn. We finally drew the Warriors. Just gonna hold this call forth all freaking game. No problem. Seven health Valeria can still do a Sanctity play though, especially against a faction as utterly predictable as Daymar. The most predictable faction that exists. And you know, I would even say that like over Vanguards. Well, fine. I mean, I guess Convert is more surprising than Renewed Hope. Is it even though? Best she's. Let's go, let's go. We'll have to look at the end of this, how many of those we got versus did not get. So it's a shame because if we could like occupy that spot, we could totally protect Vesna. Vesna going there though, just to one shot the Arbiter piece. Yeah, no, fuck it. That's totally happening. No way that's not happening. Um the only question is how do we support it? Because ideally we would support it with a Doom after we 3 for 3 this Justice, but let's not kid ourselves. Thou shalt not kid thyself. It's just like not supporting. Oh, we have convert. We have convert. We could convert that piece. No, we can't. We could convert the justice to help Daymar advance. Could be weak to a liberty play. Like we're really getting in there. It's pretty bad. It's pretty stupid and bad. Is there any better options here? Like this even play unit there because this flank isn't covered. So it just makes this play bad. But we need to. I don't want to sacrifice Vesna though. I mean, I could just put the Doom Cultist and not play it, but all it takes is, I mean, Vesna trading with an Arbiter of Peace is fine. Is it fine? I think it's fine, but we unfortunately, in order to commit to this play, like, we have to risk too much. We could expose Daymar on a side, like, F it. If you're going for Daymar, you're not going for Vesna. Or we could just not attack with the Doom Cultist. Is that just the move? Just don't attack with the Doom Cultist? I feel like why do I feel baited right now? Oh yeah, there's no reason to because the Arbiter piece isn't gonna die till the magic phase. Okay, I don't know why I was even considering it then. This isn't gonna kill it, guys. Guys, why did I think that was gonna kill it? Okay. This Daymar still gets shot in his stupid little face. Transfuse. We're transfusing on the piece. We are transfusing on the piece. Okay. So Daymar's gonna get hit in his stupid little face for probably 3 damage. Is that fine? Yeah. Could be more with the Liberty play. Is this fine? I think this is fine. It's not ideal. I'll be the first to mention it. You're good, Ben? Is this your this is your favorite faction, so you know how to play them, no? I mean, obviously. Like, it wouldn't be my favorite faction if I didn't know how to play them. Come on. We had one more move this turn. We had so many things this turn. Yeah, we need to take our turns. Please do at least 1 damage. My heart. My heart. Oh, my heart. My sweet heart. Okie dokie. We do have... How many more cultists are even in the pile? Not that many. There is a question whether we drop a Devout or a Doom there. I feel like they're not super likely to get... I mean, I guess I do want to punish... I guess I do want to punish... I just had a heart attack where I saw Transfuse wasn't highlighted, and I'm like, wait, why isn't Transfuse? I do want to punish Valeria for being close. Yeah, sure, this will make him think twice about it. For that alone. Or if only we could just put another guy there, and then we are safe. Ooh. This is quite an advance. How do we find ourselves in this position, doing something this stupid? So once again, Liberty could really mess us up. Like, but they only have 2 magic, so not really, I don't know. Liberty could definitely do like half of Daymar's health in a turn, though, if not more. They're gonna have to really struggle to focus fire Vesna though, right now. And if they focus fire Vesna, like, because what if I have another like Vexer's being there, like shaking his little footsies, being like, "Oh my goodness, what if there's another transfuse?" We don't have it, but we could call forth power play next turn. I mean, we have. What unit do we need to call forth? Call forth is the card. When did we draw this? Like at what turn? How? Like we are just say. I mean, it is the card to just save the whole game. But like, oh my goodness, I'm impressed. There was the turn where we almost had to play it to like call a cultist. Is call forth still bugged? What's bugged about it? Don't say that. That's not funny, Hagrada. Yeah, it just doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. And now we're pushing forward. This is good. We have another get. Fuck. Okay, well, I mean, Vesna's gonna live. Damar's gonna take 6th. That's fine. Wasn't not even concerned about that. Does it show you what you pulled? Oh, I doubt Joe fixed that. Joe's so busy these days. Does it never, has it just never shown the opponent what cards you pull? Like through the entirety of Damar's existence? That's pretty funny. I'm sure that was something that was like noted in playtesting, but just like never got on the fix list. Thinking about it, Vexer. All right, well, we know they have a war and a liberty in hand, so they've given us that. Let's. We're both rapidly approaching time. I mean, not really. We have 20 minutes. Whenever it gets to, if we drop below 223, that's when it's all ogre. You're gonna risk another transfuse on another arbiter piece? I don't know, Vexer. I might have that second transfuse in hand. Maybe that's this card that I've been holding for so long. If this gate had been here, this would have let us threaten that. Let's go back a few turns. Let's go back a few turns. Like, what sort of plays could Vexer have done had the gate been? Why does it take so long to load these days? My internet, am I on Wi-Fi right now? Um, like, because they had the do nothing turn. Was there turns before where they would have committed more? I don't know. Maybe I should have done it. Maybe I should have put the spice in the game. I think that's the turn where we played it. Yeah, so like, how do we put the gate there? I mean, I don't really think they would have advanced on us, I'm gonna be real. Well, they totally might have. Would they have occupied that? I don't know. I really don't know if they would bother. It's possible, like, and that gate would let us pressure this forward gate at all times. I mean, Valeria can always just push this unit to the side and shoot it with Albus, so maybe that's an L. But this gate would have put a lot more pressure. It's possible that was the move. It's entirely possible. Arbiter of Priest there. I mean, with Valeria, yeah, that's 4 on Daymar. We've definitely taken a risk here. It used to, but it didn't. Weird. That is a weird bug then. Vexer's got 19 minutes. I got 18 minutes. Oh, so Law of Liberty just to take out Vesna then? I mean, that's good. Valeria does nothing while Albus sits there. I'm hoping we can out-econ them with Casamara at some point, both Call Force. Like, we have a pretty infinite econ engine right now. And this Arbiter, like, I don't really mind this. Like, we'll just respond with a Warrior and something. Like, we fine. I think something I'm also appreciating about Daymar is how important it is to have, like, Cultists in hand at all times. Because the way I played Daymar when, like, they first came out was a lot of just, like, burn a ton, play Sekhmet. I remember playing a lot of Sekhmet. And it seems like the stupid Aaron way of playing this deck is just don't discard anything. But Aaron, that the one game Aaron did against my Fungal Dwarves has really left an impression on me because he was just so successful having discarded one card the entire game. Yeah, what are you annulling there? I mean, you annul your own piece, I guess. Do 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 do. Going back, going back to the first option, option A. I like that we're in their face though, because now peace has limited effects. Critical turn for sure. My last turn was the critical turn. This turn is a critical turn. We have hit where the previous game was boring stuff with like a few surprises. They're like two very mild surprises. This is now power play. We're going ham. You forgetting something? That Law of Liberty in your hand? Yeah, that's what I thought. Every round. This is the critical turn. Oh, literally though. And we gotta just hold this convert forever, so they're forced to play around it forever. I maybe dropped the ball converting this, because like they can hit me on one of the sides. Like one of the sides is hittable. They're not both hittable. I mean, I guess you could summon two one magic units and shoot down both, but like, eh, that's not really. That's like four range dice versus three melee. Like that's not equivalent. Maybe I'm not thinking about stuff there. Damn it, Daymar. Valeria in the corner. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's instead of six melee, it's instead of six range, it's three melee, two range. Probably better. Is that better? I don't know. It's roughly equivalent. But now I can occupy your gate. I don't know. Not sure about this. Not so certain about this. It's gonna be a little bit tough to like keep up this push. On average, four range is better than three melee. Yeah, but we're exchanging. I mean, I guess that's. Yeah, no, okay, no, you are right. We're exchanging four range for three melee. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the position is preferable. I like the fact that Vexer is thinking at this point means he might be like, ah, fuck. Means he might be like, ah, this maybe isn't jamming as much as I wanted it to. Vesna can just come up. I mean, I don't know if we'll have the guts to do it, but like, yeah. See, we can't use Liberty at all right now. This seems like such a bait. This is such a fucking bait. Oh my god. This is such a bait. This is such a bait. Who's trapping who? I mean, if I put a unit there, they can't move. Yeah, both obliges have been played, which is huge. Okay, I'm sorry. I need help. Is this good? Is this play good? Am I missing something? Like, what happens? We go there. They send a whatchamacallit behind us. Not at all. Why don't say okay, but like, but why? But why? Like, good, great. Like, they kill this unit. They can only attack. Like, we can infect this unit. I mean, I know we're using our infect. All right, Allies is fucking with me. Um, we go here and we put a unit here. Valeria is trapped there for the rest of the game. Can I, except for Liberty, Valeria is trapped there for the rest of the game. Turn after that, we move up and just have Damer and Valeria do a face off. Now, can we reinforce that? Probably not. And we don't have a gate up here. You have 0 gates. Okay, so that's fair. We have a unit here, a unit here, a unit here. Next turn, they kill this. Let's see. Let's think about this. It's a critical turn. Next turn, they kill this. They kill this. Turn after that. We still invest in Brana here, though. So turn after that, they have a unit there. We go up. Place a unit there. Like, we have that warrior behind us. Oh, I'm so gonna lose if I do this. But I'm not, like, considering about it. Considering it. But, like, I think we're getting attacked on 2 sides while they're getting attacked on 1. I think that's the critical miss. They can also play Sanctity at any point to their benefit. But, like, we go in red. They go in green. We go... Like, but then... yeah, but then we go in blue, like, okay, so Daymar now can be attacked by 2 cents, but Daymar is healing. We have a unit behind. I'm so getting baited. Also, I think you might be ahead now. Not a great chance to go all in, I think. True. It's true. I'm just like, yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Um, but like, we might have them. We might. We just might, like, because we have a warrior back here that's also moving. Like, we're just barely kind of supported right now. Are they gonna try to gate me in? There's no gates happening. Like, it's just a showdown from then on. So we can, wow, black. Okay, that's a mood. Like, we can do this. 2 warriors there. We also have a priest in hand that we can summon adjacent. Oh, we can summon a priest adjacent to Daymar right now. I forget. I literally never play this faction, guys. Like, why is it still black? I literally never play this faction. We've spent so much time on this turn. Um, you can just call forth and get another one. Right, we're so in there. We're so in there. But like, they might burst us down first. Because like, we're not attacking them this turn. They attack us this turn. Like, there's several things about this that can be very bad very quickly. And yet, Black Arrows, tell Harry really feel. The priest seals the deal for, okay. I think Plasmonid is right. That like, uh, do that this isn't worth. I'm saying it. There's no way you can lose. Oh, we also have versatile. That's funny. We could have this priest versatile. This is such a bait. Ah, and you're so right. Why are we going all in? When we could not go all in. Like, why do the stupid thing when we could not do the stupid thing? But like, they're so trapped. They're so trapped. They're so trapped, right? Right? Right, mom? It's good, mom, right? We could break this gate. I don't think we want to. They're so trapped. They're so trapped. Unless they have another law of liberty, in which case they're not trapped at all. But that's fine. It's winning. This is what winning smells like. Do we want to reclaim a Doom cultist? Is that going to be the difference between like I feel like I want to hold this just in case we need something else. Call forth a Doom. I'm thinking that too. I mean, if we're going all in, we're not playing the value game anymore. Yeah, you convinced me. You convinced me. We're going all in. I mean, we could retreat still at this point. But we have Casamara. It's okay to waste a call forth. I'm calling forth the Doom and a Priest. We're memeing it. Do I play? Do I hold the other? Do I hold the devout? I think I do. Um, at that point, since I've used Call Forth, does this warrior not go to 5? We spent so much time on this. Oh, we also have versatile. Um, in the attack phase, should we desire it? I think we're good though. He can null the Doom Cultist. You're right. You're right. You're right. He nulls whatever I put there. Okay, fuck it. I'm not calling forth then. Thank you, Hargrada saved. Literally so saved right now. Literally so saved. Wait, out of range? No, it's 3. It's 3. No, he's gonna kill it no matter what, allies. The Doom doesn't attack. Um, okay, are we all into this stupid ass play? Alright, awesome. We're so in that. Like, once I saw the priest, I'm like, we have to be in there. Once you see the priest, you have to be in there. We're spending our last infect. Let's just call this event infect. Nope. The cultist is just a way to keep Valeria boxed. Exactly, exactly. Keep Valeria in the box. Okay, this needs to die. 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 This needs to fucking hell. No. Okay, it's fine. We can just infect it next turn. Not an issue. Not an issue. Not concerned. Not concerned. This is no cause for alarm. No cause for alarm. Do we hold the warrior? Do we discard the warrior at this point if we don't need it? I mean, what else do we... I feel like I don't want to commit that. Like, we could still retreat if we needed to. We don't have time to think. Do we discard the warrior so we draw better things? I feel like warrior can come in and support. We can call forth. We have 2 call forths. We have 2 freaking call forths. We have 2 freaking call forths, and we're like getting in their face right now. Let's discard a warrior. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. Let's do it. Let's discard a warrior. Let's freaking do it. Let's freaking do it. Cardinal sin of playing as Crimson Order. Let's discard a warrior. All right, we drew a priest. To get what? To get our doom. To get the Doom Cultist in hand. In your face. I don't know. Just because we don't, to get more magic so we can play more, just to like, to get anything. I'm panicking, guys. I'm hitting refresh to leave accurate timers. Double call forth turn. We have call forth. Discarding warrior seems fine. Yeah, like I don't think this is, and we still have Casamara, so like hypothetically, if we retreat, we still could compete at the end game, even discarding that warrior. It hurts us a fair bit, but like we're not like it's go time. We are in go mode, as they say. Yeah, part of the worst part about this is now Vesna dies. Oh, you know what I'm not thinking about? Valeria kills this and just pushes a unit in there. I mean, at least she's trapped. But that's totally a play. We shall see. We shall see. This is so tense. Oh my goodness. What is going on? This game has turned on a dime. I think that turn Vexer might have not done exactly what they wanted to, because there was a big pause in the attack phase all of a sudden. Yeah, no, we failed to consider something obvious here. We do not have Valeria trapped at all. Ah, well. Vexer might hear you. This is still good though to have Valeria, like Valeria, a Valeria that's not moving is a happy Valeria. Too late. It's a little bit too late. Too late for a lot of things right now. We're not we're not going to be concerned about it. Kill the gate and pew pew. It's probably good. It's probably decent. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't 3 for 3 the priest, because then we could have attacked the gate for 3. Actually, only 2. Actually, maybe I should have attacked with Vesna first and then Daemar in there. That had missed. That had missed. Okay. 0 for 2. Say it with me. 0 for 2. 0 for 2. Aw. Teasing me with it. Alright. I think we have failed. I think we have failed. I don't think Vexer's trapped anymore. I think we've failed. I think we need to back up. The most obvious thing in the books we did not account for. And now we must embrace our shame. We don't have any time either. Um, he successfully got Vesna killed. What? How are we doing on cultists? Not that many. Do we need a cultist in hand? Unfortunately, whatever we play is within Albus range. Albus is good in this matchup, huh? Isn't that crazy? Um, I have a priest in hand though. Um, do I just do another warrior? Do we want to draw any of these? We don't. Okay. Get 2 warriors, not even worried about it. Get a priest. I don't know. Hopefully this is like a bit of a weird enough position for them that good for me too. Oh, we don't have moves for that. Crap. I mean, Daemar could stay here. That's stupid. Daemar could stay here. Do I lose anything if Daemar stays? Besides the game when I time out? Do I lose anything if Daemar just stays here? Yeah, right. They can't summon anything. Is this a game of chicken I'm willing to play? Honestly? Honestly? Maybe. Maybe. we use the convert. TikTok, my dude. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Ah, 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 panic. Everyone panic. Everyone panic. Do I have to do at least 1 damage? That sucks. Okay. Everyone panic. Is everyone panicking? I want to make sure that everyone is panicking. Yeah. No, we just gotta go. You're right. We've lost the phase of the game where we can think. We're just going. How did that miss? Are you kidding me? Okay, this actually needs to die. Well, let's start with this attack then. Turtle panicking. Literally. Literally me when I'm turtle panicking. Okay. And Daemar can... I mean, I was hoping Daemar on the priest or something. I don't know. This is fine. This is fine. Let's convert. Let's do it. Let's commit. Do we need to discard? Um, we don't need magic. Magic is for chumps. Time is for chumps. Yeah, we needed to start taking instant turns like 3 minutes ago. This is fine. We just got to go real fast. We just got to go real fast. Oh, we have 7 minutes. We're so chilling. We're so chilling. Choking at the end. Doing great at the end. Living by our nerves and winning at the end. Choking Vexer in a stupid face is great. This is what winning looks like. All right, I am glad I went for it. The stupid play where we advanced with Daymar, even though like we didn't actually trap Valeria. I mean, we still get a ton of value out of Valeria not being able to like exist. So it's still good in some sense. Fucking Cassia, can you not? Jeez, Louise. This priest over here wasn't really necessary, but that's fine. I mean, this is good though. Like this like we're gonna win these trades, guys. This is great. We're winning. Winning. That is me right now. I'm scared. Are you guys scared? Oh my goodness. We have seven whole minutes. That's so much time. 7 whole, but we do need to play instantly because I'm holding myself to I'm holding myself to the timeout. And we are not timing out. Vexer and I have made a decision after that one game where you're like, we'll keep going. No, this next season we're holding ourselves to timeout because it's too silly if we're just gonna let it fly every time. Hoping they drop Titus soon as well. They're at 1 magic. That is not gonna happen. Not on my watch. 3 champ game. Maybe for them. Katamara would have been great to get out. Shame we're not going to. Because we're going to hit him with the warriors. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Anything I'm missing? A poll to see the winner would be good. That is something I can hypothetically do. Hypothetically, maybe. Oh, and this is within... Why is this at 3? Oh, it's as the priest. Okay. Fucking hell. Yes, I'm sure. Would I do it if I wasn't sure? Of course I'm sure. We have the transfuse for... Are you kidding me? I'm not using transfuse. I'm not being baited. I'm not using transfuse there. Should I be baited? Should I be baited? Should I use transfuse? I'm not using transfuse. Oh, I want to be baited so hard. No, I'm not being baited. I'm not being baited. Game's trying to bait me right now. I will not have it. We kind of want another warrior to send forth next turn. We're ending turn. Alright. Pull. New poll. I'm not gonna give you guys much time to vote. Oh wait, no, not a poll. Prediction. Who wins? Ben Vexer. Alright, get your channel points in now. Who do you think is winning this? I've got no freaking clue. Daymar is definitely getting hit. Maybe we should have started getting some cultists in here. I don't know. I'm not worried about it, personally. Give me those channel points. This is intense. Maybe we should have moved Daymar back last turn and put the Doom Cultist in. But I like getting the Doom Cultist in now that things are actually dying. Daymar is going to take a lot of damage, though. A bit of an L. Bit of an L. 20 versus 4K. Sorry, is that 4K on Vexer? Cool. Awesome. I believe in you, Ben. Me too. All right. Whoever put that 20 on me, I just want you to know I love you. Anyone else that has a little 2 next to their name. Any of y'all. Come on, get some more points on me. Let's see it. Let's get up to 100. Give him something to fight for. All right. And if we go back a spot, we're also like damaging. Yeah, no, we super avoided the bait there. I would like to be advancing a unit here in case, but I think this is fine. I mean, we could try to 4 for 4 this. I think it's fine. I think the Doom Cultist is good. Do I want to play the Warrior? Do I want to discard Casamara? Do I want to play the Call For? So many questions, no answers, just shooting. Only shooting. Cool. Valeria's still trapped. Honestly, don't really want this to kill. Cool. Gonna get magic from this. I think we hold Casamara in case we retreat. Because now they've spent all their resources on this gambit of like the whole staying alive thing, and then we just are like, okay, yeah, we have Casamara, so we win. Yep. Update the clocks. Make sure we are chilling. Me too. You need a gate. I don't think we do. Because are you seeing my 5K is for you to win, Ben? I know it. Oh, wait, I'm confused. Your 5K, you bet you bet a lot of points against that, so I'm not believing you here. I would never. I literally don't think we need the gate here because look at how many extra moves we have. We can easily summon a warrior, have it move. Like I don't think we need the gate at all. But we let Valeria through. Was that a mistake? Was that a mistake? I mean, what were we gonna do? Not kill Albus though? Like, come on. Come on. It would have been good if we had 2 convert charges up so we could have spent a convert. No, you're fine. Haha. Hey, Chara's coming in as the like 20 points on me. I love it. I love it. Oh no, there's 1.5K points on me. Heck yeah. It's intense. If only I had the 10K, Jexic lost me. Hate to see it happen. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Okay, Sanctity. Well, I mean, this does mean we can just get in his face again. Keep being mean. That's awesome. That's fucking great. That's so insanely good. You have no idea. That's so good right now. Accidentally clicked wrong option. Shut up. No one likes you. They're like out of cards. Out of cards. Out of time. This is great. Gonna kill Cassia. We can move up again. Do we put something behind this warrior so nothing can move in? I think we do. I think we're doing it. I mean, I might want to call forth. Might not want to do this. Well, it's too late for big decisions. I'm calling forth. Where's the priest? Calling forth the priest. Also gonna call forth the doom. I think that'll be helpful later. Oh, we don't have the moves for this. Crap. I mean, we can just not move Daymar up. That's fine. I mean, this is our one turn that we can capitalize on Daymar. This is fine. Yeah. Hope we don't die to something stupid. I don't think I want a Blood Begotten on this one. 5, that's very good. Oh, we're so out of time. Cool. Cool. Okay, I gotta just click through these rolls. I can't even watch. Oh, we got it? Wow, okay, cool. Attack phase, transfuse. Discard. Okay. I think the only thing we're losing to at this point is time. We both have 2.5. Vexer's also gonna lose though. On the wrong guy. What I thought. Never doubting you again, Ben. That's what I thought. Say it to my face. Ugh. This be wild, though, Lamau. Fuck it, Casamara. Always doubting. Always. Always. I will always doubt you again, Ben. Good stuff. Not worth the health. 3 on the... Okay, should've... Well... Whatever. Press continue. Attack phase. Devout. And turn. Maybe I didn't need that warrior there? Nah, I like it so they can't summon. Now they're hopefully a little bit dead. Hopefully a little bit gonna get killed. Maybe this should have just been a warrior, because now the warrior can actually threaten Valeria. But I mean, Valeria can't push the champ, so I don't know. Either way, I think we are chilling. I think we have done it. I think we might have done it. No! Crap! Fucking skill issue. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Why am I throwing? Wait, stop! Just stop doing things. Just stop. Just kill them, please. Should I just go up with the Daymar? No, it's throwing. Oh god. Please. Please, I need this. I need this. Don't take it from me. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness. What a game. They definitely had a little bit of a rough time not drawing priest, and I think there's a turn where they misplayed. We'll have to ask them on that on the turn where I had the option to advance and jump them. All right. Oh my goodness. Let me set things up to talk to Vexer. My heart is like everything is racing right now. Oh, what a game. Cheras, are you about to get... All right, Cheras, check how many points you have right now. Is it like 0 or something? Are you ready for this, Cheras? Are you ready for this? Wait. Uh, are you ready? Are you ready? You're at 0 points right now? Okay, tell me how many you're at the end of this. How many points you got now, Cheras? All right, let me do a quick mic test before I go in with the Vexer. Do. Good stuff. Yeah, I felt like they really started to struggle halfway through. Um, Good stuff. Got plus 85. Wait. Oh, were you not the one that built that? Did you only got 85 points? Wait, who put in 1,500? Who put in 1.5K? Oh, since it's ratio, you only put in like 10. Wow. Hello?
Hey, hello, good game, man.
Good
Well
game.
played.
What a game. That yeah, that I was on the edge of my seat for so much of that at the end there.
Yeah, yeah, those are tough. Like they go the distance usually. Yeah, at the end, I was feeling the pressure of the clock, like it was heating me up pretty fast.
Oh yeah, too. I was like, crap, I'm gonna like at the end there was like crap, the only I'm gonna lose if I time out. Like I gotta gotta just go. Is that do you find that fun, the pressure of the clock at the end, or too stressful?
But it's okay. I mean, it's just you kind of like it. At least it pushes you to not try to overthink things. But it's funny because
Yeah.
then sometimes you just take some decisions pretty quick, and the smallest thing that you think like, yeah, it doesn't make a big deal, like can be the difference between the game. I was thinking at the end like, oh man, like I forgot when I did that play with Love Liberty, and then I attacked with Valeria my gate to move my unit. I thought about putting it in front of the count to be able to attack the Besna, but also block the count.
Uh-huh.
But then I thought, like, you know what? Like, well, he cannot really reach me, and I totally forgot about like using the faithful ability to then summon the unit and kind of like block off the position.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy, that just nailed completely screwed me over because I thought like,
Yes, I
ah, he
see, I
won't
see.
really want to risk it. He won't be like, then I can just like get out of here. But yeah, that got me at the end.
I was so close to not doing it. I think I thought about that turn for a solid like 5 minutes, going back and
Yeah.
forth with chat, like because it was just I tried to like think out like 3 turns, like am I actually going to be able to trap you? And of course, like I'm bad with these factions, so I forgot that you could just immediately just kill the thing with Valeria and then push another unit in front. So I was like, crap, this is going to be bad. But I think it ended up working out for me just because you lose enough value by not being able to move Valeria for those like 3 turns that it was nice for me.
Yeah, and by blocking the summoning spots, that's kind of like the thing that gets you there.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to avoid during the game, really, like slow you down, because this is where you don't want to be in this matchup, right? Like this is how Crimson Order wins this game most of the time. And at first, like what the elves want to do is build like that fortress in which you have like the different layers, and you're just using your range units attacking for three. So I wanted to get there, but it was funny. Like the way I drew, like I had all the justices in the first
Yes.
couple of turns, but I didn't have any range unit. As you saw, some of the turns I couldn't even get all my attacks because I didn't have units. And one of
Yes.
the reasons was that I was trying to take it slow, so I wasn't just like discarding all my events. I got most of the events at first, so I discarded the loyalty one, which is the one that is the most situational. But then I
Hmm.
didn't want to like underuse oblige. For example, I wanted to try to use it for the warriors, but
I
you
see.
weren't really
Yeah.
bringing like a lot of warriors at first. or I had the Law of Liberty, which can be like big turns, right? But I just didn't really add units to do it with. And then in the worst point, I ended up with the three champions and the
Oh no.
war. Dude. Yeah, so I was like, oh man. And I should have discarded Titus. The game had been pretty slow so far. I had managed to kind of like keep you at a distance. So I didn't want to discard him because I thought that I would eventually, by the end, just have a ton of magic.
Yeah.
But it seems in this matchup, what happens is that the Crimson Order just needs to keep pushing forward. So eventually, like their objective is pretty much to get to that point in which you're just clogging their front gates, and then like they cannot use the war dudes because now like the warriors are just brutal or anything. Like they're just in the aura range. So I guess I should have just discarded that guy because I already had the other two champs in my hand, and that slowed me down considerably. I used my gates, like you notice, like that weird positioning that I had there. I was
Yes.
really just trying to buy some time, just really maintain the pressure with the justices because at least I could keep them in front of your front gate spots and not allow you to really try to come forward too much.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get as much magic as possible, really. You'll see at some points I was just going for the units instead of the Daymar because I really needed the magic. I had those champs in there. I couldn't even play
Uh-huh.
like two units per turn in some of those.
Yeah, I thought this worked really well for you. Like when you first did this, I was like, "What are you playing at?" Because like I feel like stalling the game wasn't really gonna make much of a difference either way. But then like your next turn was real. Like I forget like Valeria could just like push the unit to the side and then kill it with Albus. So I think the stalling worked out for you. That's not really a play I've seen with Valeria before. That was super interesting.
Yeah, usually you don't have to do stuff like this because you always have a range units, right? You end up
Yeah,
having many
yeah.
times more range units than anything else. But I had nothing. Like it was
So at this point in the game, you've drawn like no range units or
like all of my last cards there were the range units. Like I think
wow.
that was the next turn when I play the first piece. That's when I drew like three of them in a row by ending the turn. Like I finally discarded Titus, and that's where I drew them. But I think before that, like all of them were the last like 12 cards or something
That's
like that.
we take it. That's what we need to beat you. More draws like that need it to happen. Yeah, that
And yeah, like in this matchup, sometimes you can play all the champs, right? But it's funny because at first, at the beginning of the game, I missed some of the kills by leaving the small units at one life, which then just died with the justice, with the atonement. So missing that magic was really hurting me. I was like, oh man, if I
mm-hmm.
just had one more magic, I would be able to do a good play. But without it, I just had to do like a desperate play just to attack with something. Like when I was sending those Avatar of Wars forward, right? Like which is not good because then you're gonna get the bonus and blow it up really easily.
Yeah,
But I was doing it because I didn't have any other units. So
yeah,
eventually, I hope to get to the point in which I could have the fortress, right, with those guys and the war on the back. And
yeah,
but by that point, you were already in my face, and that it was interesting that play when you put that gate in there. That really kind of like just because I didn't had even units for the three attacks, just killed my sanctity completely. Because if I went forward to try to make the most of the sanctity and like destroy a lot of your units that you had back there, you could
yeah,
trap me really easily.
yeah.
So I was like,
Let
oh
me
boy, no, I don't I
let me
probably
find
don't want
that
to go
really
that way.
quickly. Yeah, yeah. This turn. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was really happy when I thought of that play because I was like, yeah, this just shuts down your sanctity momentum. I was a big fan of that.
Yeah. So, but in there, normally, like, I would just need to summon any unit there, like a piece or something in that front spot. And then with the other justice I have, like, I could have, like, try to keep that momentum, to, like, charge forward. I didn't have the second sanctity yet, so that's why I was a little bit hesitant. Like, it was really risky. But
I
the
see.
thing is, without the second unit, I really just had the, like, well, single unit to play because of the champs and the events. Um, it was easy for you to then just summon a unit on the back and just block my retreat. Or if I put the
Yeah,
justice there, then I don't have a unit. If I move forward with Valeria all the way forward, I don't have a unit to cover her back, right? Because I had a gate in hand, so I could have gone all the way to the priest and then like kill the devout, kill the priest, use my gate to block one of the sides, bring the justice behind her to kill the doom cultists, like something like that, and still have the option of just retreating the next turn.
Yeah.
But they just closed all those options because I didn't really even have units. So I just said, like, you know what? I'll just try to buy some time. But by that point, I was already like struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm curious. So like so much of this matchup for like the beginning, like 60% of it was just like really boring trades. Like both of us were like really hesitant to discard anything and just trying to just play it really slow and 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 go for value. Is that what you would expect from this matchup? That just well, like you said, you were struggling with magic at the beginning. Like one magic, give or take, was a big difference. Same with me. I didn't want to discard cards. I as like magic was real tight at the beginning. Is that what you would expect from this matchup, or would you expect like one faction to be more aggressive and have yeah
Not always. Like this matchup, it depends. Like people could play it in different ways, but the thing is, both of them can like if both go to the middle and just start trading and trying to go the summoner, either of them can get the assassination. They have the tools, right? Like those small combos, like the one that you did, in which the cultist got rid of the gate, then you shot from the
yeah
back. Like there's many ways like that, and even Valeria has many ways of getting rid of the MR's blocker, and then just start like going after him. But I feel like it's too risky of an approach to try to like, because you never really know if you're going to be the one that manages to do that or if they're the ones that do that to you.
yeah
So for the elves, I feel like building the fortress plays to their strengths and plays to the weaknesses of the Crimson Order. Because the Crimson Order, the main weakness that they have is the mobility, right? Like they are pretty predictable. They're really
yeah
slow because they have many units, and like the warriors are the main thing. But the thing is, like they have to cross the field. So I wouldn't want with the elves to try to like beat them on a like strike by strike type of approach because I feel like they would lose most of the time unless you're really maximizing the fortress structure in which you have like the priest shooting, but they are protected. So the warriors many times, like 50% of the times, won't even kill them with a single attack. And you're shooting by for 3 because you have the war on the back, and then every now and then you have a justice that goes forward, and like
uh-huh
that's kind of the best approach that I think the elves can follow. Because otherwise, it feels like a coin toss type of let's see who gets lucky of having the right cards at the right time and to do those plays, right? Like in the last matchup with Tundra Orcs, in which you were just going all in, playing to the draw, hoping that you drew the specific cards that would give you
yeah
the kill.
yeah
Like I didn't really want things to turn into that being the elves because I felt like I have the advantage if I managed to do the fortress
yeah
and then the pressure of trying to rush forward is on the Crimson Order side because they cannot really just play the defensive, right? Like, well, unless the elves are coming at you. So that's one of the things. Like, if you're with the elves just trying to go forward, like the Crimson Order really can just go all the way back with Daimar and just try to like fight for the midfield with the warriors and then just shoot from the back. And it's going to be really hard for the elves to get the assassination if Daimar is not in the middle.
uh-huh.
Because if you're in the middle with Daimar and they're in the middle just all the way in with Valeria, you cannot stay there. Like it's not a sustainable position because they have too many ways of killing you, removing the blocker and hitting you really hard, doing the Law of Liberty turns, things like that, in which they
yeah
can just attack for a lot of damage. So if the elves, if you see them doing that with the Crimson Order, you're happy to just like stay back, just play on the defensive because they're gonna run out of fuel faster than you. Like the Crimson Order has that economic advantage on a like for like striking in the middle, exchanging because of the call forth. But if they're playing on the back as the Crimson Order, you don't really have much of a choice. You have to go after them because if they manage to build a fortress, like I don't see how the Crimson Order wins that, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna be having to march forward. Those warriors are not gonna even be getting many of the kills, and then they're gonna be getting killed, probably in a single turn at that point.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so I think that the burden of having to move forward is on the Crimson Order, and one of the key things that Daimar wants in this matchup, as usual when they are going against factions that like to play on the back, is getting those forward gates on the fourth row. Around the fourth row, that's kind of like what you want, so that they are not destroyed too easily. Right? If they're too close to the summoning positions, like that's exactly what the elves want, like getting one of those justices and then a law of liberty or the war and law of liberty and destroying your gate in a single turn. But if they're
Huh.
around the fourth rows, it's harder for them to do that and allows you to keep the pressure. Like the key thing you want is to have a gate in a position that allows you to get warriors that are going to be able to be a threat immediately after moving forward.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that makes sense. And so was part of your strategy with at the beginning you kind of pushed up with some units and some justices. Is the thinking behind that, well, let's keep the fighting over on Damar's side of the field so that when I do have the fortress, it's gonna be a burden for Damar to have to move forward. Like let's stop Damar from advancing by just throwing some units in his face at the start. Is that the idea or something else?
Exactly. That was the idea. But if you notice, like, I'm able, like, with the justices, you're able to even take control of the midfield. Like at the beginning of the game, I was the one that was like blocking your front summoning spots.
Yeah.
So, because I only had justices, like that's the way you want to use them, right? Like with those guys, you don't want them to be on the backs because you really don't want your priest and your pieces to be getting that like one damage every time they attack. At that point, like they're within the range of a single attack warrior kill. But if they're like at 3 life with the shield of the piece, then many times like the warrior won't even be able to kill them, which is where you want to be at. So
Yeah.
that's why I was like, you know what? Okay, I only have justices, but I'm gonna try to like at least pretend like I'm fighting like forward so that Damar has to stay back. And it worked at first, right? Like at first, like Damar was just staying back, like trying to fight those justices, trying to not leave you like great targets for Damar. And it's like the ideal scenarios when you leave them in such a spot that even if they get like the attack that they want, they're gonna end up at 1 life, so that then you can just attack and make it disappear, right? So that
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
get the magic.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the ideal scenario for a justice. So that's really what I was going for, like just trading, trying to get magic, get some value, but until I could build a fortress.
Yeah.
The thing is, I never really got the chance for that. But if I guess in this matchup, like if I started this way and then around this turn, suddenly I had like those back units, like putting this gate there, like I don't like that position of that third gate the second gate that I planted there because now I'm blocking Valeria. But I thought about putting it on the other side, and there was really almost no action on the other side. You had Damar on this side, so on the
Yeah.
opposite side. So I thought like it's not going to be relevant for a while, and at least I'm gonna be able to keep the pressure on his front gate. Like you didn't had any other gate, so I thought like, well, he's also not discarding like cards, so it might take him a while to get the gate. This is gonna buy me like a bit of time just to keep trading, and that's why I went with that one. I was hoping that eventually, after a few turns, like you were gonna be able to just destroy it and then just open that area up. So that was the logic behind that. Because on the long term, like it's not like I was going to be able to just push you back, right? It was not sustainable with the high elves to really put out that type of offensive. It was really just to buy time.
Yeah. Gotcha. That makes sense. Here's one random tactics question I wanted to ask you. As Daimar here, which side do you advance on? Like even like turn one. Maybe I just go back here. Like do you want to go to the left or do you want to go to the right? Like, and I know that can also depend on what gates the opponent has and whatnot, but just like say you got to decide like which is better. I struggled. I went to the left first and then I was like, actually maybe I want to go to the right so I can like drop a gate up there where it's like easier to drop a gate, but I really did not know which way to go.
So traditionally, you would go to the left because it's more likely that you'll have targets for Daymar around there, and that you're going to be able, well, you're going to be trying to take the front gate of the opponent, so that then you can even shoot with Daymar without having like a lot of risk
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them hitting him. So that would be the traditional move. I
Okay.
think in this matchup, the opening move many times is going to be to try to go like finish off the justice. That might be the best approach that the order can take. And you need both attacks from the cultist and from the warrior. So if you put the cultist, yeah, actually, I would put the cultist on E5.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, and then with Daymar on the right, I would finish off the cultist. So if I have at
Interesting.
least one cultist, because that way you're denying them the magic,
Yeah.
and you're getting Daymar back to 10, which is always nice to have, right? Like
Yeah.
sometimes like the health can just drop down really fast. So that way, like you attack with a cultist, it gets hit for 1 damage. You attack with a warrior, hoping that it doesn't get hit for anything and gets the kill. And then with Daymar, you finish off the cultist, go back to 10, and then end of turn, you play like whatever cultist you have in your hand. So then it's Daymar is safe, you're back at 10, you're not leaving one unit that they can eat up for magic,
Uh-huh.
and your warrior is at 5 life, right? Which makes a big difference in this matchup. Like that 1 life, sometimes the difference between that guy dying and not dying.
Yeah. That's a good opening. Are you concerned at all about well, whatever it's called, the priest moving forward and attacking Daemon? I guess not, because it's only going to be a 1 or 2 damage. Who cares?
Well, not because of that, but because the fact that you can play at the end of your turn your other
Oh,
cultist
that's
in
true.
front of him.
Oh, I see. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so then that way, really, there's no risk in that play if you have a cultist in
As
hand. If
long as
you
you
don't
do.
have a
Yeah.
cultist, you could maybe still go for that one, because they will need to, like, they'll be probably threatening you only for 2, which with Daymar, like, you don't really, it's not such a big deal, right? They'll probably just hit for 1, and then you can shoot them back.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe it's still a viable play if
Yeah.
even if you don't have the cultists to protect the front. And at that point, then what you were thinking about planting that forward gate is just the perfect situation, right? Because then you can just move forward 2 and plant that forward gate all the way to the right on the 4th row to start putting pressure on that side. Like that might be an approach that seems pretty solid for the order on the first turns.
Uh-huh. Especially maybe in this matchup where the high elves like have a lot of control with that gate in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
exactly.
that's what I asked people in the content streaming channel about this matchup, because I was just these are two factions I'm not too comfortable with, and the thing that I like struggle the most with Daemar is like how what matchups I need to advance and which ones I don't. Like I sort of just assumed from the get-go that just like in all matchups you just kind of just run at them with like
Mhm.
Daymar. Just see like Daymar is a summoner. You can call protection and you want to get value. So I'm like I have the Meldaria mindset of get my summoner in there. But then when we played like the Shadow Elf game and you were like, no, you can just keep Daymar in the back 2 rows the entire game and still win. Which blew my mind. And so that makes me think about every matchup, like how much do I need to advance with Daemon in this matchup? How big of the risk is it to advance? And but I got some feedback, and what I took away from it is like I should probably try to get Daemar at least to my 4th row in this matchup, like at least up here, so I can be pressuring you on your side. So that's what I had in mind as like a goal of like at least let's have Daemar sustaining the 4th row. Um, but yeah. You you have any
That
thoughts about where
that's
Daemar
exactly
goes?
what you wanna do. Exactly, that assessment is
Okay.
correct. Like, that's where you wanna be in this matchup. About Crimson Order in general, like, you usually don't wanna be, like, moving forward in that way against any faction that's gonna be coming at you, right? If
Uh-huh.
they're gonna be coming at you, like
Yeah.
Daymar can stay on the back 2 rows, shooting from there, from safety.
You're talking about like aggressive factions like cave goblins and whatnot.
Aggressive
Yeah.
faction, or factions which are just going to be like coming at the middle of the board, right?
Yeah.
Like they're going to be coming at the like 3rd, 4th row on the 4th rows of their side or your side. As long as you have targets for Daymar, like you're good. Like you can just keep him on your 2nd row, and you're happy to be there because that way you remove the risk. Against Shadow Elves, the reason why, I mean, even though you need some forward gates because of how like they can really play the range game better and just make it really hard for Daymar. You need those gates, but then you need to keep Daymar back just because of how dangerous the Shadow Elves are. Like that's really the reason why you cannot
I
keep
see.
him in the front because they have so many tricks to just do assassination turns that keeping him there is just like a death sentence, right? Like they can do an easy 8 range with a like small combo, and that's all really you need to make Daymar like just completely useless if they send him to 3-4 life and has to go and hide. So
Yeah.
that's why with them it's a little bit different. But traditionally, against factions that play on the back, like play all the way to the back defensively, that's where you need to bring Daymar, at least to plant those gates on the fourth rows. And then if it's a faction that has many tricks, maybe like you don't risk Daymar too much and you can just keep him in your third row trying to get targets. But otherwise, like in this matchup, as you saw, like yeah, you're gonna plan those gates and then you're gonna still play it safe, right? Because like the elves still they have tricks and all that, but at least now you have the pressure and you have the warriors which are gonna be winning like most battles against the elves.
I
But
see.
when you get find the opportunity to do what you did, like that's what you can do with in this matchup, right? Like because this guy um, has a lot of ways of clogging those gate spots like that,
Uh-huh.
and you want to get in your face as much as possible so that they cannot really be benefiting of the auras without you also benefiting from them.
Yeah. Yeah, those turns, like the first turn where I went up with Daymar and was like exposed on the left side, like I found or like I was I was taking a big risk and I had to like think about like what as worried about all the Liberty dice you could get on me and whatnot. But yeah, there's a certain there's at least one, well no, there were two big turns there where I was like, screw it. I'm taking a big risk and moving up here and exposing Daymar on a side to just try to get momentum. But yeah, but also that's helpful to think that you think in general the Crimson Order in all matchups or all matchups against like a defensive faction want a forward gate, but maybe against like your Shadow Elves and your Cloaks, you want to get that forward gate and then keep hiding. Even after you get that fourth row gate with Daymar, just stay back if they're really good at getting
Mhm.
to you.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Just because Daymar, like all it takes is for them to just be able to throw like 5-7 dice at him,
Yeah.
and then you're in trouble. Like you're just hiding at that point because he's in assassination range. He's in like a couple attack type of range, and then not being able to use the blood begotten ability. That's it for the faction. Like
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
lose immediately if they're not able to use that. So the way like when I play Daymar, I try to not even give them a single attack on Daymar. If it's an attack of more than 2 range, like when it's when I'm just exposing him to a potential 2 range, it's not a big deal, right? Because then you just get it back when you attack them most of the time. But I really try to avoid situations in which they can attack me for 3 melee or things like that, or multiple
Yeah.
attacks, like throw, because all it takes is one of those, and then you just have to play the deck completely different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and this is the scary turn I was talking about. I think this was the first turn that I was just like really thinking about for a while because I had the another tip that I got, and I guess getting into tips here, but was to save your transfuses to kill Arbiters of Peace. And so I saw Vesna Brana and I saw this Arbiter of Peace, and it's like that's so juicy. I have to take that, but it was just like impossible to like back up Vesna Brana without Daymar getting in there too. And so I ended up just being like, screw it. Let's just let's just go in there. I used convert to like protect this side of Daymar. Though maybe with you at 2 magic, I honestly should have saved that convert because like who like I'm exposing myself on one side. I don't like doing that with Daymar. I can just get hit by anything. But maybe it would have been fine to just be exposed on this side as well, and who cares?
Well, in that case, you don't want to like be exposed when it's just one move distance away because the ways that they get you is with the law of liberty turns, right? Like
I see.
if
So
you do that,
this
like it's always the risk of then yeah, exactly like
yeah,
moving it, and then you have like six, at least like 6 on one side.
that's absolutely right.
At that
No,
point, exactly. Like if you had done that, I would have just probably gone for that and.
I would have been screwed.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I did not think about that at all.
and then just trying to get the assassination. But because I didn't really have like the best spots for that stuff, that's why I ended up just going for all the units because I really needed the magic. And yeah, so that's why you always have to keep that in mind. Like those Law of Liberty turns are devastating, and they are one of the main things that the elves are going to try to leverage in this matchup. Because as you saw, like even though I didn't use it like in such an amazing way because I had to use a war for it, then you were not able to get any value out of it, right? That's the way they're going to try to play them. And it was like I had to discard one of them because I was just so screwed with my hand. Usually in this matchup I try to just get like use both because it's easy to get the value out of them
Sorry,
with all the
use
range.
both what?
The Law of Liberty.
I see, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of like the trick you have to keep in mind in this matchup as the Crimson Order.
Yes.
When you're moving forward, right? Like, because that's the one that you're moving forward that it can suddenly devastate all of your advance, like blow up any forward gate that you put in their like third row or fourth row if they have a one on the third. Like blow up the warriors that you're using as cover, like they can just go down in a with a single unit attacking them, those type of things. So those are the ones that get you like when you're doing that. So keeping those in mind, it's always good.
Yeah. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, and then this matchup in particular, like it seems, someone in chat said that Prophet says that he usually doesn't play Law of Liberty. And I said, well, this seems like a matchup where you definitely could. Just because of like it seems like factions with movement tricks are the ones where you need to be afraid as the High Elves playing Law of Liberty of giving them something. But Daemar has nothing. Daemar is is so bad at movement, and Liberty capitalizes on that.
Mhm. Yeah, and because they don't have good range units, that's the reason why it's hard for them to get any value, right?
Oh,
Like
I see.
their range units only attack for two, so even if they get to attack for two with one of their units, it's not such a big
Yeah,
deal. It's not
I
like
gotcha.
six. It's there's a big difference, especially when you have the piece aura on them. Like one of those attacks will probably just not do anything, and then the other one, it's hard for them to actually kill a unit with that. And all the melee units, like they don't get the value out of it unless they already have a forward gate planted. There's a potential for that, but that's the reason why in this matchup, I think it's stronger than usual because
Uh-huh.
it's easy to normally it's easy to find a situation in which you get really good value, they get nothing, right? Even
Yeah.
though in this matchup, we didn't saw that. I mean, I had to discard one, and the second one was, I mean, I still got this decent value out of it, right? I was able to clear three of your units and damage Vesna at least once.
Uh-huh.
It's not amazing. Like many times you get the six attacks out of it, and but yeah, that's how it goes with that one.
Yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, anything else to note about the game, or you want to jump into the factions?
Let's jump into the factions. Yeah, I think the game that's kind of like we saw what I think both factions want to do, like HE trying to build a fortress, even though in this case they didn't manage to do that, and Crimson Order trying to move forward carefully, right? So you show that perfectly, in which you
Yeah.
didn't rush forward, giving me any openings to try to like suddenly hit you hard, like from one side or the other, or remove the blockers and then attack you. Never really had like great chances for that. Like when I had those opportunities, it was not super valuable because you did a good job of staying at 10. And then I was starving for magic. So I just always prioritize the units to try to make sure that you didn't overrun me and that still had the space. Whenever I got my peace
Yeah.
arbiters and all that stuff, I really wanted to make sure that I had the space so that you were not in my face already. And then getting rid of those units is really hard.
Yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. Anything you want to talk about? Any particular cards for either of them?
Yeah, so
Or
let's cover the cards now for this one. So let's start with the Crimson Order. So with this guys, really is the usual pattern of play. Like all the events are useful. Like that, this is one of the factions in which they don't really have bad events. Like you'll be using all of them, get great value out of them. That right is the one that you might be discarding one if you get it too soon in a situation in which there's really nothing good to do, or if suddenly your hand is getting clogged up with too many events. Like, don't be afraid to just get rid of one of those, just to get the hand flowing. Other than that, all the other ones, like, there's no reason to discard them. Like, even if you get not maximum value, it's better than discarding like a call forth or a transfuse or a convert.
Yeah.
The champions, there's going to be a decent amount of magic for getting at least Casimira and Vesna Brana, right? So Casimira, even though she's not that amazing in this matchup because there aren't really like tiny creatures that are easy to kill in this game in this MU.
Yeah.
Like she would need to be attacking with someone else from one of the flanks, and so it's not the ideal matchup, right? And then uh, they can take her down relatively easily, but she's still decent because Valeria cannot be like just shoving around champions. And if you already have a forward presence, like with a gate in the middle, it's not hard to do those like double attacks to finish something off and then just get value out of her. So
Uh-huh.
she's still decent. If you have a chance, I would say try to play her, try to like be careful with her so that they don't kill her too easily. Best Navarana, it's not a like amazing unit because the two liberties, it's too easy for them to kill her that way, like to kill that unit.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad unit. It's not like I wouldn't automatically discard her or discard him or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's still playable if you have the magic, but if you need the magic for more warriors, sometimes like you can just discard him and just keep the flow of warriors coming when you already have like a forward gate and you want to keep the pressure. I would prioritize the warriors in that situation than this guy. But if I'm in a situation in which I still don't have the range, like the time when you played him, then playing Vesna would be a good investment.
Gotcha.
Sekhmet, you will probably not have enough magic in this matchup for Sekhmet. So most of the times it will be an easy discard unless you're in a very specific situation. Then it's a situational champion of the matchup.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So the units in this one, the Doom Cultist is it's much better than usual. Like that one damage with Valeria, like it starts adding up, and
Uh-huh.
just her not being able to just like do the usual, like, yeah, I just shove you, you're dead. Like I don't suffer anything. Like that's big in this matchup. So usually this is the card that you discard a few and you use the least in this matchup, especially when you're already trying to choke them on the back. They're going to be bringing a lot of those cultists, and they're going to make life hard for Valeria because there's not going to be any more like just free kills or things like that. Like those one damage, remember, those add up and they make a difference. So this guys, like you might still discard maybe one wherever you need magic or so, but you're going to be bringing them back more than usual. The
Uh-huh.
Vault Cultist, you will use them as usual, like they're just a nuisance, like because of the recursion. So you'll be blocking spots with that. They're really kind of useless on the range battle, right? Because they're going to be attacking things with shield, but they might just still get use from the perspective of protecting one side or things like that, and then
Yeah.
giving you an opportunity of them like coming back. So it's going to be easy to know which one to use. Like whenever you're in range of Valeria, or Valeria like coming and just killing the unit, then the Doom Cultist is a good option. Otherwise, you'll just go with the usual Devout Cultist approach.
Yeah. Makes
And
sense.
as usual, the warriors are the engine of the deck. The thing is, because the elves start way back and they can just do the fortress, they just need the extra help of having forward gates for them to be a threat. Otherwise, I mean, it's harder for them to be that impactful. But once you're able to bring multiple warriors from multiple sides, like those guys, they're hard to stop, especially when they're getting the peace aura. Like it's a nightmare just to deal with that. And if you're already like in our game at the end in the range of the war uh arbiter, like they're just unstoppable at that point. Like they just blow up anything.
Yeah. Makes sense there.
Finally, The
Yeah.
priest is just the support unit, right? So she's going to be on the side of Daimar, just trying to throw some big attacks, or on the back of the warriors, right? Just making them even more of a threat and improving your odds when you're attacking those protected units with the peace aura. You want to have some of those around to provide the boost. So yeah, pretty much it's the usual play pattern for the order, except for the cultist being slightly more useful from the card perspective, right? Other than that, the pattern on the strategy is just like that careful march forward to gain a presence around the fourth rows with gates.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Let's take a look at the elves.
Yeah.
All right. So for the elves, so I think this matchup, I think it's pretty even, but I would say it's probably slightly favorable for the Crimson Order, just because unless they manage to slow down, like really put the brakes on the movement forward of the Warriors and all that, they have a really hard time winning this. And even achieving that is, you really need to get your cards in the right order and all that stuff. So, but I still think that building a fortress is your best approach, just because the economic game doesn't look good. And unless the order makes mistakes and really just puts Daimar in risky positions, I don't think you can get the assassination. Like if they play it carefully and only move forward when it's wise to move forward, just like you did, right? Like at first you didn't just rush forward with that guy. You
Yeah.
waited for the right time when it was safe to do it. So if they do that, I think it's really hard to get the assassination as the elves.
Yeah.
But if they do that and they just launch him in the middle, then you can start finding for those assassination turns. You can start putting your gates on the third row to make it easy for those like liberty turns and doing those type of things. But otherwise, I would go for like playing it defensively.
Okay.
So yeah, exactly. So if they're rushing you, like if Daimar is coming in hot, then like yeah, you're okay with that. Like you want to meet him there and just try to get the assassination. Like that's one approach. If you feel that your hand and your situation doesn't allow you to put the brakes on that and build the fortress. Like if I have the cards to build a fortress, that would be my plan A. But if you see that that collapses and Daimar is coming forward, like it's a good approach there, just to maybe file like look for the assassination, because there's multiple tools that Valeria has. So let's
Yeah.
look at the cards then. Oblige, it's the main use I would see in this matchup when you're trying to build a fortress is grabbing those warriors that are already in like in front of your gate or in front of your units, and you cannot really prevent them from getting the peace aura. Like this is how I want to use my obliges. If you're in that like mayhem trying to kill each other assassination, like this is just another means of doing a double attack through the same flank, or removing the unit that they have in front of them and just shooting like multiple times, right? So it's a great trick. Try to not discard it. Sometimes, like in my game, like I had one for like in my opening hand, I drew one immediately. In
Oh,
those cases, you want to use it as soon as possible so that you don't start getting your hand clogged up with multiple events. If you already have many events and have champions, then sometimes it's okay to use it in a suboptimal way.
yeah. Gotcha.
Then the other events, loyalty is the one that I discard the most. I don't think in this matchup you get any particular benefit that your opponent like doesn't get in just a better way, or so I would only use it situationally, as usual, in which a specific turn in which I'm going for the kill, I'm going for that like that kill attack in which getting that extra one or two attack makes a difference. That's when I'm going to be playing this card. If I don't have an immediate use for it, I would immediately discard it, just to not clog your hand and have enough magic to keep playing your units and multiple units or champs.
Yeah.
Then I love liberty. Like sometimes you have to discard one, right? If it's not the right time. Like maybe in this game, like I kept one of them like for multiple turns, and like that could have been the difference, right? So that's the
Mm-hmm.
risk of keeping it for too long. But most of the times, I think it's going to be easy for you to get some value or like great value out of it that they simply don't get access to because the range units are not a threat when you have peace around and the other units need to walk to you. So I would try to get always use it, even if it's not the like. Don't wait for like the ideal situation. Like if you're going to be able to get all your attacks, at least 5 attacks for on that turn, and you know that they won't really be able to be like a big threat with a melee unit that gets to attack twice, then I would say just use it. And finally, the other one,
Sanctity.
Sanctity. It's pretty useful in this matchup, right? Because they're going to be coming at you. So sometimes, like Law of Sanctity at the right time is the best way to wipe out that force that was coming at you without really risking much.
Yeah.
The Daimar also benefits a lot from it, so that's why it's. I mean, it's give and take, like not ideal always, but when you're trying to, there's many situations in which you're going to be able to use it, right? If you're trying to build a fort, sometimes you can just send Valyria forward to wipe out those warriors that are already having peace and not be too concerned. Sometimes if you're going for the assassination, you can, well, not really that much. If you already hit him first and he's already at 6, 5, 6, something like that, then you can still be a threat even playing this and just move Valeria forward and bring the fight forward. But other than that, sometimes like you might need to discard one if necessary, right? Like don't be afraid of discarding one if it's not the right time. The
Yeah.
champions, consider that you might be able to play all of them. If you find yourself with all of them really soon, like yeah, you'll have to discard Titus. It's an easy discard, especially because Titus is. It's not like he's amazing in this matchup just because of the Warriors, right? Like the Warriors can just bring him down pretty quick. So um, I would say like if you get in the early game, actually just discard it. Like that's what I should have done. Like I kept him for like 2-3 turns, and it was clear that I was not going to be able to play him because Crimson Order, unless they just stay back the whole game, you'll need to keep the flow of units coming forward. So don't make that mistake. But it's great to see him at the end, right? Like if you see him in the last set of cards, or you always have enough of the other units that you really don't have a need to discard him. Like you have enough magic, you have enough units for your next turn, no need to discard him. But if you suddenly are at the risk of not having enough units to get your attacks, right? Because you only have one and you're not even sure if your units will survive, that's when you just want to get rid of him. The other two champs, I would say I wouldn't discard them in this matchup. Like they're easy to play. Albus is amazing in this matchup. Like just never discard this guy because
I saw
those
that. Yeah.
cultists, yeah, like those cultists are gonna be in your face one way or another. Those warriors are gonna be in your face. Removing the peace aura from them, removing the ability from the other guys, it makes a big difference. So never discard this guy and try to keep him on the back. Like you don't want to play him and move him to the third row when they can just kill him with a warrior easily. Like he's too valuable in this matchup, especially when the pressure is on you. So make the most out of him. And same thing with the name of the other one. What's the other gal? So Cassia.
Cassia.
So Cassia is just the usual, right? Like if you're able to build a fortress with Cassia on the back, like it feels like it's unstoppable, right? So that's what you're gonna try to go with her. She's not particularly like better than usual because the pressure that the order might be putting on you is pretty heavy, but she's still solid. And because of how much magic you're gonna have, you will try to definitely not discard her and just use her as usual.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
finally, with the common units, really is just the traditional approach that you're gonna have. Like those wars, they need to be on the back. It's devastating if you give give them the bonus. So try to not use them up there otherwise. If you have any other unit, those are the ones that should be on the back. Like in this game, we saw 2 times I didn't have any other unit. I had to use them on the front, and they
Uh-huh.
were completely suboptimal, right? Like even though I got the kills that I needed just to get the deck moving and get the magic, like they gave you like the benefit you get was also significant. You killed them in one swing, and then like I lost 2 magic, and you with a single attack you got it, right? So you don't want to be in
Yeah.
that spot. It's many times you end up discarding one of these guys, maybe even two, because if you have many of them, like all you really need of these guys is one. Like you really just many times you just need one on the back, boost your units. Two, when you already have like units on the center and on one of the sides.
Yeah.
So most of the time you really just need two of them. So it's okay to discard the others just to get magic. Then the Peace and the Priest, they're amazing in this matchup. You don't want to discard a single one of them, especially of the Peace arbiters.
Yeah.
They really slow, like being able to have a one magic unit that the warriors attack and not kill consistently, like they have like a 50-50 of killing or even less. That's just amazing, right? So you want to have this guys. I even better if he's like behind the priest, right? So the priest is kind of like the tank on the front, like the mid shield. Like you're okay with them having to use their resources on the blood begotten killing him, and then when necessary, like the piece is going to be the front row to keep those range attacks and keep the bonus of the war just to them. And the justice is really going to be the guy who you just throw to the front to try to buy you time to try to do the two
Uh-huh.
attacks on units, like a justice on the side of a warrior, and then the piece attacking through the front. So that's how you ideally want to be using those justice. In this matchup, many times you have to discard like a justice or two, at least one in most games. But in this matchup, just because of how much magic is going to be around, I would really try to use all of them. Right? Like there's going to be enough magic, and these guys are a threat to those warriors, right? Like being able to bring down a warrior easily with like this guy and the Liberty turns, or just like this guy and any other unit. And even those one damage that the other units are going to get, it's significant in this matchup, right? Like it's the difference between being able to kill with one range attack those priests or not, being able to finish off a warrior or not. So that's why I would try to get maximum value of the out of the five of these units.
Yeah. Gotcha. Makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, I think that covers really everything for both factions. Not sure if you have any thoughts, questions, anything else from this, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty good. I'm still thinking about like the dynamic of like of both factions trying to like get the most value out of everything. Like Valeria with like building her fortress and just having this great peace engine, and Daimar like wanting to play nine warriors in a game. Like like they both seem to have that like dynamic of like I want to put these are so good. I get so much value. I want to play all of them. Yeah, there's not. I mean, the question there would be, it's like, well, who wins in the end? But that seems to be a matter of where the fight ends up taking place. Is Daimar able to claim the midfield successfully or not?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why I think this one is close. Like, really, either of them can win this. If they follow, there are multiple approaches they can take. I believe, like for each of them, there is one of those approaches that is the optimal one, which is are the ones that we discussed.
Oh,
But like sometimes taking like the different approach, and for example, for it's not always the same, right? Like if the elves are coming at you with Crimson Order, then the ideal approach is not to go like forward and try to plant the forward gates. It's not necessary at that point to have like the forward gates if they're coming at you hot, right? Like if they're coming with everything and they are the ones planting forward gates and Valeria is coming like it's in the middle. Like at that point, really just playing defensively could be the best approach for the order. So it
yeah.
depends on what your opponent is trying to do. But I definitely think like the elves are probably better off trying to do the fortress, right? Because we know
Yeah.
that it plays to the exact weaknesses of the Crimson Order and to the strengths of the elves, right? So even
Yeah.
though you might be able to get the assassination, it's not easy to get the assassination in this matchup just because like Damer can just heal, right?
Hmm.
Like that's the bottom line. Like sometimes And every time they hit Valeria, Valeria cannot heal. So that's the difference. Like maybe you sent him to
Yeah,
7,
yeah,
but they also got a shot at you, and you're also at 7. And now, like that 7 for Damer is nothing. Like they're gonna be at 9 easily if they retreat and heal a little bit. But Valeria's at 7, and at that point, like you cannot really risk her that much, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
um, that's why I think for the elves, the optimum strategy, at least plan A, I would say it's definitely that. For the order, plan A should be that move forward, unless like the elves are just coming at you with everything, then there's no need like to prioritize like moving forward. Like you can just play the middle at that point, be okay playing the center, just put your gates on your third row. Like it's not like you're gonna be putting them back, right? Because the elves can also retreat afterwards. Like you still at least want them on your third row, but then you can just be playing the middle of the board, trading and getting value out of Daymar from the back.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. It could go either way. Though I think I'm I think I'm with you that it's interesting that yeah, if the elves just charge forward, they're just gonna be in the meat grinder that is the Royal Warriors, and yeah, in general it seems like Damar's kind of fine with the enemy charging forward. Damar eats cave goblins for breakfast. Totally cool
Exactly.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So, well, you're 2-0, man, on this season. Like, if you
Yeah,
win
we're
next week, you take the season. Like, you're taking
hey,
it. So, let's see.
our own mini live league going on
Yeah,
here.
like exactly. Yeah. So I'll try to win the next two so that we go to the
We'll,
like the last
we'll
one is
do.
the decisive
Oh yeah,
one, and it goes on.
you've been going easy on me. These next two though, you'll try to win them like that.
Yeah. Well, you've
But
been playing perfectly, definitely. So
oh,
that has been a
thank you.
factor. Like, you've been playing
I
them pretty well. So,
I
yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, my previous two wins were with matchups that are pretty volatile to just like draws and whatnot. So I'm glad to finally have like a long game victory over you. That's
Yeah, and this one, except for your opening move, I think wasn't ideal for the matchup because I mean it was very
yeah.
convenient for me. Like you allow me to keep that justice, but after that, like yeah, you played it pretty good, like solid.
Yeah, that's great. Do you think do you have fun with this matchup? Do you like it? Fan, not a fan?
I think these matchups are always a bit tiring. Like this Crimson Order, like super long matchups,
Yeah.
and especially when you're on on the clock, it makes it a little bit more of a. I think so. I think it's I mean it's not I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorite ones for sure.
Yeah, yeah, fair. It seems like Crimson Order always has that grind, and it's because I'm not too familiar with either of these factions. I was pretty worried going into it, but it ended up being very tense, with like those couple turns where it just felt like everything turned on. So I feel like we ended up having a real fun game with it. So yeah, so thanks so much for this. Hopefully we'll see how the rest of our our showdowns go. We have three more matchups for this season. Then Goblins Fallen Kingdom, Forged Vargath, Wayfarers and Polar Dwarves. Yeah, tune in next week to see Goblins versus the Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Ben. I'll see you next week, and
All
thank you,
right.
everyone.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
I feel like I'm gonna keep streaming. I need to go eat lunch. Man, it's 3 o'clock. How did that happen? Weekends need to be like 4 days long. Ben doesn't really like Forged. I feel like my Forged kick is coming to an end. I don't feel like I've like gotten to the point of like I feel like I still have kind of only scratched the surface, mostly because of the thing that like has um Ally says of like the games get more interesting when Forged are forced to like sort of play for econ as well. That really hasn't happened to me, so I feel like I need to keep playing the Forged. But I'm getting yeah, I think I'm getting sick of queuing nothing but Forged in the live queue. Okay, I gotta go eat lunch. Should I just stop and start the stream so I can make the VOD go already? Allies ruined it. Allies ruins everything. No. I think I want to queue some public games at least for a couple hours. But I will. What? What? No, it's fine. I'll just. All right, I'm just gonna have the stream. Lol. Where's that? BRB 10-15 minutes. Couldn't have said it better myself. Maybe let's just like bask in this a little bit. There we go. 2 minute break. I'll be back as soon as I can be. As soon as I just shovel some food in their mouth. And we'll see if people are in the open queue. I've been getting a lot of beginners in the open queue. Which is great. And I mean, I'll talk about this when I queue more. But when I do play against, no, I'm not saying when I play against a beginner, I do like to sort of simulate a beginner because I want them to have a good experience. So some might call that throwing. I call it giving them a fair match, victory meal. But yeah, so we'll see who we queue in after some lunch. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit.